Hello everyone, I'm Robbe from Robbedoes Productions, and today I'm going to make a different video of different type of video than I do normally, because I've got a question to make a review or about the Dell docking station that I have over here, but because it is installed in my setup and the best way to show it is how it works into a setup, I thought it might be a good idea to make a video from here. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna be honest, I haven't used the Dell docking station that much for my own use case. When I work sometimes I plug in my laptop to use those two monitors as an extra monitor for my setup, but otherwise I most of the time just use my Dell laptop itself. But now I'm going to test it out, how it works and what it all can do at the same time, and what happens when you turn on and off the laptop and things like that on the fly as you're watching. So yeah, first off I will just boot up my laptop. As you might have seen in my previous video of my Dell, it needs to wake up from hibernate, so that takes a little bit of time. The Dell docking station comes with a 130 watt power adapter. Of that 130 watts, there is 100 watts that will be delivered over the USB-C cable for the dock. So as you guys can see, it is a very thick USB-C cable with, like a lot of Dell products, an indicator light on it and the DisplayPort logo. It is Thunderbolt 3. Now I do not have any display connected to the Dell docking station, but I will begin with connecting these three 1080p monitors. They are now, two of them are now connected to my desktop, but I will plug those cables into the dock and connect it. Also in the docking station is of course the power adapter that is connected and an Ethernet cable. I will go and plug in these monitors. It supports two 4K displays on the DisplayPort connections. As you can see over here, those are now the 1080p monitors that are stacked above each other. The HDMI is for the other monitor. There's also another Type-C port with DisplayPort support on the back, but I didn't manage to connect my 4K TV to that with a 60 Hz refresh rate. The HDMI port does not support 4K 60, and so normally for connecting my TV I use a 4K 60 HDMI cable connected to a Type-C dongle that supports 4K 60, but when I plug in that Type-C dongle to my docking station's Type-C port, the display port of the dock does not support 4K 60, it just stays at 4K 30. So I usually plug that in directly to my laptop. So now that all the monitors are connected to the dock, I will first put them on the correct input. So, and now I will plug in the cable that goes to the docking station to my laptop. When I do that, a light turns on onto the cable, and there is also an indicator light on the power button of the docking station. Okay, now the displayed output is just mirroring my laptop, so that's not what I want. I will go into the settings, go to display, and in here I want to have my desktop extended. Now Windows, when you do this, has often a lot of glitchiness and thinking around, so be a little bit patient. So as you can already see, the third monitor is not picking up. So for that, I'm gonna try to use the Type-C port as a display output. So as I told in the beginning, I didn't use the dock that much myself, so I'm testing it out when I'm filming. So as you see, when I use as you can see, when I use the two display ports and the HDMI port, the dock wasn't working, or the monitor connected on HDMI wasn't working. I now will connect a monitor in the display port, or the Type-C display port, and see what that does. Besides all the monitors changing color and content. Okay, I will now extend these displays and keep the changes. So what we can see here is that the laptop only supports 3 monitors. I think for most people that is enough, but something to note that there is 3 monitor support. I will unplug the TV and plug that directly into the laptop and see what that does. So when I unplug this cable, normally these monitors will do again what they should do. And as you can see, Windows Explorer is now does not know what to do. Like here is a very thick Windows bar, but I will open Task Manager and restart Windows Explorer. Okay, this looks a lot better. So now I have the 3 displays that are working. I will quickly identify 322. So and then monitor 2, I need to flip landscape, keep changes, and now they all are working. So I can go with my trackpad, go with the arrow from this monitor over to that one, and that's all working. So now I will connect the TV through another Thunderbolt port on the laptop and see what happens. Cable is connected, the blue indicator light on the dongle is lit up, but the laptop does not. Oh, it detects a 4th monitor over here. And I will say extend desktop to this display. Keep changes. And as you can see, the laptop display now is turned off because, as I mentioned earlier, there is only support for 3 monitors at a time on the Intel integrated graphics. But we will now go with this setup. So I have the TV and the 3 monitors connected, not the laptop display now. And I will shut the laptop and see what happens. Okay, so the laptop turned off. That's obvious. I will wait until the laptop is fully turned off and then press the power button on the docking station because I want to see if the system and the monitors all turn on with the power button on the dock. So okay, now the laptop is fully turned off. I will press the power button on the docking station and see what happens. Yeah, I hear the fans running off my computer, so my laptop is still closed. I pressed the power button and my laptop woke up. So in a minute we will see what happens, but okay, now you see it's just like a desktop computer. It says that there is a too slow power adapter connected, but that will not be a problem. The only problem now is clicking with a mouse on the continue button. I will quickly grab USB mouse. Because my laptop is closed now, I cannot click the continue button, but I quickly grab the mouse that's connected via USB and plug that one into the docking station, and hopefully it will be picked up in the BIOS. Okay, that mouse is connected and is lit up, but no arrow to be seen into the BIOS. So I will open up my laptop and hit enter. Close the laptop again and see what happens. Hopefully it still boots up. Okay, so now you see Windows is booting up. Okay, Windows is booted up. I have a Bluetooth keyboard that is connected to my laptop, so I should be able to use that. Okay, but now my TV display is upside down, so that's not that useful. Okay, I've changed some settings into the Windows settings and have a little bit of patience. Try to get onto the right monitor, but that does not happen. Keep the changes. So as you can see now, Windows is acting very weird because I cannot get my arrow into the display that I've just connected. So I will Alt tab to Windows settings and try to navigate with my keyboard. And here I can see display 1, 2, 3. So now I am inside of my monitor. 1, 2, and 3. I will put them stacked again. Apply these changes and I should flip this one again. Landscape flipped. And that probably happened because in the BIOS the displays were initialized not as 1, 2, 3. They were probably identified with other numbers and Windows didn't know what to do with them. But now you can see my setup has turned on and is powered off my Dell XPS. And that's all by pressing the power button onto the dock. So then when you plug in the docking station to your laptop becomes essentially just a desktop computer and you can use the power button on the docking station as you would on a desktop computer, so you can put your laptop away underneath your desk in a stand or something. That does not matter. Now I will also try to do a file copy test on the docking station. I have some fast storage devices that I have. I have a Type-C SSD. It's not Thunderbolt 3, but it should do around 400 to 500 megabytes a second. I have two fast Samsung USB drives that are rated up to 400 megabytes a second and a HyperX USB drive. So I will plug these all into the docking station. I will plug the HyperX one into the front. I will plug a Samsung USB drive in the USB port at the back. I will connect the Type-C SSD to the Type-C port in the back of the docking station. So there's also an indicator light on the drive, and we'll plug the other USB stick into the front of the docking station. So now all my ports besides the HDMI port in the docking station are utilized and the headphone jack that is in the front of it. As you see, the two monitors are still working. Okay, Windows is showing some errors, but that might be because I have formatted some USB drives on my MacBook or my iPad, and Windows might have a problem with that, but that's not a big deal. I will close these Explorer windows. I will go to this PC. I have the feeling that Windows Explorer again doesn't know what's happening. I will restart that. And I will open this PC again. Okay, so now you see my two main SSDs of my laptop. You see the HyperX USB, you see the two Samsung USB drives, and the SSD. I will quickly open them all on this window and copy a larger file to all of them at the same time. So here I have a movie Rolf Breaks the Internet, but that does not matter. It is a file of 1.8 gigabytes, and I will now copy that file to all of the drives at the same time. Copy. It is on an NVMe SSD that does around up to 3 gigabytes a second, so I will not saturate the SSD with doing this. I will paste that file onto all of my drives at the same time and paste. I will start all of them in Teracopy. And here you see this is to my HyperX USB, so that's the slowest drive. I will start all the other copies. I will paste that again, start now. You see it goes very quick. There is no real bottleneck. All the USB drives are saturated. The bandwidth is saturated, so no problem there. So all of the ports at the same time work, and you can do very big file transfers without that much delay. You can connect the displays to the docking station and turn on and off your laptop as it is a desktop and use your laptop while it's closed or open. That's up to you. But take note, when the laptop boots and it complains about the wattage, it is supported to use a 100 watt adapter, so it can boot with it. But the problem is that it prefers the 130 watt adapter. So then you get a notice in the BIOS that you need to click away. I guess you can also disable that notice in the BIOS or apply it for all the time that it does not ask it again. And also you need to keep in mind then that you have some USB keyboard or mouse connected to the docking station or your laptop, because the inside keyboard of your laptop and the touchpad isn't usable, and your Windows Hello facial recognition also does not work when you use your laptop closed. My laptop is, as you can see, charging. So I will now see when I will open up my laptop, see what happens then, but nothing should happen. And I will now disconnect the displays from my Type-C ports. Hopefully my laptop will use the integrated monitor. And Windows is complaining about a lot of things right now. Okay, so this is now going good. I will connect the two Type-C cables again. And see what happens then. Wait a bit. So of course Windows Explorer and Windows Scaling is figuring out again what it should do, but good point is that the displays are at the right position in the right orientation. And my storage devices also show up and are connected, so that's also a good sign. So yeah, there you see what happens when you unplug and replug your laptop into the docking station. It remembers everything and works fairly fast and fairly easy there. So I guess for everyone with a laptop that has Thunderbolt, and maybe especially a Dell computer, because then it works a little bit nicer together, a Dell docking station is a good option to buy because it isn't that expensive. And with the Dell docking station, you have a lot of expandability and it upgrades your setup and makes a desktop from your laptop. So a true desktop replacement. I hope this video was interesting to you guys, especially to you that asked the question. Please hit that like button for me and give me a subscribe and share my channel with others. Hit the notification bell and leave a comment down below of what you think of this video and what you may want to see me feature in the future. So here you go. Thanks for watching and goodbye.